La Bacanería Show, de lunes a viernes.
Ay, señoras y señores, bienvenidos a tu programa, La Bacanería Show. Es a quien te habla Andrea, DJ Castellanos, y nuevamente estamos acompañados. No me encuentro sola, I'm not alone, so I'm happy because I like when I have people in the house. Why? Because I'm blue like a crazy lady in these four walls, always, by myself, so I like when people come and visit. So, Castellanos, ¿estás contento? Hoy vamos a hablar un poco de lo tuyo. We're going to talk a little bit about what you like today.
Muy contento porque aquí tenemos a dos grandes
sí,
profesionales, técnicos y de todo. Bien contento porque este sí es mi segmento de deporte.
I know, this is your segment, so I'm going to let you talk a little bit more today because I think you know more about this. I'm just learning.
Instead of 150 words, give me 300 words for today. Okay?
Dios mío. Señoras y señores, me encuentro nada más y nada menos que con Max Ferro, el hijo de Bill Ferro, nuestro jefe aquí en los estudios. Hi, Max. How are you?
Hi, Andrea. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. A long time don't see you, though.
Oh, yeah. Long time.
He don't like us anymore. He left. He moved to something better. But I'm glad to have you here. And also, estamos con Gustavo Fernández. Hola, Gustavo. ¿Cómo estás?
Hi, Andrea. How you doing?
Good. Diga hola.
Hola.
So, no, you speak Spanish a little bit, right?
A little bit. More Portuguese, though.
Portugués. Me no Portugués, me no English, me a little Chinese. No, pero welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Castellanos, ellos vienen el día de hoy de parte de NY Empire, ¿ok? Están aquí con nosotros y vamos a hablar un poquito sobre quiénes son, qué hacen, sobre todo para los niños de nuestra comunidad latina. I know our Latino community have a lot of kids and they love soccer. People love soccer in the Latino community. So, Max, I want to ask you, what is NY Empire FC?
Yeah, so we are a semi-professional men's soccer team. That's how we started. So we have a semi-pro team on Long Island, composed of some very high-level players, some players that played in college, some who played professionally, or some that are aspiring to be professional players. So that's how we started. We grew tremendously. We got a nice fan base here on Long Island. Our games are pretty packed. We play over at Sousa and Central Islip. We got music playing at the games, a food truck. It's tons of fun for the family and friends. And then from that, we built a youth program. So we started building youth teams to bring teams to compete internationally. So last summer we brought 8 teams, 100 players over to Spain to compete.
Wow.
And next summer we're bringing teams to Brazil.
Can I don't play soccer, but can I go? I want to go to Brazil. I know you were recently in Spain.
Yeah, so we had the teams go to Spain. It was unbelievable.
Oh my God, señoras y señores. Castellanos, explícame un poquito sobre esto, tú que entiendes más en español, para que la gente sepa.
Ellos hicieron como una convocatoria que...
Semiprofesional para enseñar a los niños, ¿verdad?
New York Empire FC es un equipo semiprofesional que está aquí, located aquí en Long Island. Ellos tienen la final, ellos tienen su equipo de primera que están en... USPS, right?
UPSL, yeah.
Yeah, están en la liga y todo eso. Ellos tienen sus finales. Ahora están haciendo tryouts para niños, que también la juventud pueda. U12, U13, U14, right? Up to what age is it?
Yeah, so, our men's team, obviously 18 or older, but then we have our youth teams that they start at, our youngest age was 9, up to 16 years old. Okay,
so basically you guys train the little kids starting from 9 years old and up?
Yeah, so we have our international program where we host tryouts. So we actually have them in a couple weeks here at Caniac Park, where kids could try out to be part of our teams that are going to go compete in Brazil next summer.
Oh my God, that sounds so fun.
So un poco solamente va a haber pruebas para los niños para que ver.
Y los llevan a Brasil.
¿Quién va a viajar a Brasil con el equipo primero? Y el equipo de primera también que juega en la liga es 18 para arriba. So la gente que está en sintonía ya saben.
So let's say somebody like Castellanos, can he still too old for that?
No.
Too old. That's it. He's out of the game.
He could play the music during warm-up.
He could be I think he could be the waterman. No?
I'm too old to be the water boy.
Ay, Dios mío. Y también, por supuesto, nos encontramos con Gustavo. Who is Gustavo? I know I spoke with you a little bit yesterday, but I know you played before for big leagues and stuff like that. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I was born here on Long Island in Babylon. My family was from Brazil. They actually moved here in 1996 with my 2 older brothers. And, I was born and raised on Long Island. Played all my soccer here on Long Island. Fortunately enough, I went to Stony Brook University. And then after Stony Brook, I was fortunate enough to play at the professional level in the USL. I played it for over 7 years. I started my career in Madison, Wisconsin. I stayed 2 years over there. Then I moved to North Carolina, stayed 2 more years over there. Fortunate enough to win a championship with the team. Yeah, great moments. And then I played a year in Tennessee.
Wow.
And then another year in Florida. And then I was supposed to be in Georgia until the end of November, but unfortunately, things didn't happen the right way. So, but now I'm here with
now you're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're very young to be, you've done a lot, right? But you start very young.
Yeah. I mean, I made my professional debut when I was 21 years old in Dallas, Texas, which was pretty cool.
Now what's your role in White Empire?
So I'm a coach, and at night and then during the day I work with like partnerships and trying to get more kids to the door and with local teams.
That's pretty amazing, Castellanos. Yo creo que para la comunidad latina el fútbol, el soccer, como le quieran llamar, es súper importante y somos muy dedicados a eso y sobre todo para nuestros hijos, ¿no?
Sí, no, es algo bien bonito que está haciendo para la comunidad, para que los niños estén y no estén afuera de la calle, que estén jugando. Y ya tú sabes, ustedes vieron el Mundial. You guys saw the World Cup. Everyone. The World Cup this year turned heads. Everyone, todo era fútbol, soccer. Y en sintonía, un saludo. I'm going to give a shout out that they're tuned in right now. George and Jason are tuned in right? De León and Alvarado are tuned in right now, and they're saying hey to Max and hey to the guys right now.
Ay, you guys have fans.
What's up, George? What's up, Gayo?
Those are the other coaches. Right?
Now, I want to ask, what's the hardest part to be a coach, especially for kids? Or what's harder, kids or the adults?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, for me, it's kind of a new role because I guess I've been playing for the last 7 years, so transitioning into a coach has been a little bit challenging. But I would say, you have to be very patient because what I think is easy is tough for them, and then I have to remind myself that, these are kids, they're not at the level that I am at. So with that, it's just being very patient.
Now, what's more difficult, working with kids or with the youngest kid,
I mean, I would say the youngest kids.
Yeah,
because
they don't listen, right?
Yeah, sometimes they don't listen. And I don't like to be the guy that yells and stuff like that. But there's some times where I do.
They don't listen. I know they don't listen. Now, Max, what's your role in Empire?
Yeah, so I am the president of Empire. I'm the head coach of
there we go.
Mr. President.
The men's team as well. And then so I kind of oversee everything. I help bring in coaches for our youth program, oversee the training center, and then I'm fortunate enough to coach the men's team. So that's
so you basically do everything.
A little bit too much.
You're everything
sometimes.
guy. Yeah. Wow. You started in this how many years ago?
With Empire, we started 2 years ago.
2 years ago? I have the opportunity for people that are listening right now to go to this game. These games are amazing. I went to one where you guys have the VIP area. Castellanos in el VIP area. You guys put TV, you guys put food, and you guys pretty neat with everything, like with the music. It makes you feel like you're really, really enjoying like a nice soccer game.
Yeah, we try to make it, more than just the game. We try to make it a friendly, family-first atmosphere. So the music, like I said, food truck, we'll have games there. We have a giant blow-up soccer dart for the kids. We'll have raffles. We have a nice mascot, Captain Empire. We try to make it fun.
You guys have your own song. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, it's fun for all.
How do you guys know when, let's say I have a son, I don't have a son, but let's say I have a son and I want my son to enjoy it, but he's not good. Did you guys ever, be like, I'm sorry, but no, he can't. No,
we try to work with kids at all different levels, let them in, because you never know. A kid could be terrible at age 6, and then when they're older, they end up transforming into a great player. They could be great when they're young, and then their growth spurt or changes happen, and they're no good anymore. So you gotta keep on going.
You gotta keep it going. So that's when you say you have to have patience.
Yep.
So you never will turn a kid back.
No.
Okay, I like that. Me gusta eso, porque hay niños que a veces no juegan bien Castellanos. Y los papás dicen, bueno, I'm inverting money, I'm paying, but my kid is not good, But that's when the hard part becomes with you guys. Teach them and training and to make sure they like it. Now, have you guys have a occasion where the parents say, I want my kid to play, but the kid doesn't like it?
Yeah, so when parents
make them.
They sometimes parents you see force the kids in, and I always tell them if they don't want it, don't force them, because then they'll hate it even more. Let them kind of come when they want. my son, even at one point, he didn't want to play anymore. I said, okay, we took a break, and now it's all he does is play soccer. So I let him take a little break, and then he got back into it. So I don't think forcing the kids is
It's a
great.
good idea. Okay. Dímelo, Castellanos.
No, yo digo que es muy importante porque hay muchos niños chiquitos que están en la academia y todo eso. Y como buena pregunta que dijiste, Andreita, si ellos le dicen no pueden porque el niño recién está aprendiendo, ellos le enseñan fundamental y como dicen, cuando están creciendo, ellos poco a poco, el nivel del niño ahí se ve, it grows and everything. Y como dijo Max, he could be at age 6 ahorita recién aprendiendo, pero at age 10, 12, 13, otro diferente persona.
Now, you guys say you start with kids 9 and older, right?
Yeah, so we have
Not like a little kids like the 6, 5.
We have a younger age group. So we have a training center, Empire Training Center, which is right in Bohemia, near the airport.
Talk to me about that because I went the other day and I think it's great. It's nice location. It's nice place.
Yeah, so the training center is for all players. We do small group sessions every night based on age groups. So we have a junior development class, which is for 6 and under. And our next class is for 8 to 10-year-olds, 10 to 12, 12 to 16. So it's really open for all ages. There's sessions for 12 to 15 players, lots of touches on the ball. High-paced, high-tempo. You know, we have music blasting. Our coaches are on a microphone, so it's loud. They're working hard. So that's a place to bring your kids to, improve. And we have, different monthly memberships. It's very affordable.
Very affordable. I think that's the part that I like the most. The prices, Castellanos. It's very cheap. I was telling Max, you should open something like that in the Hamptons. Why? Because there's a lot of Latino community. They have a lot of kids, and they like to play soccer. Lately in the events with Liga, we have been giving the balls, the soccer balls. And I say the lawyers, they has the balls, that's because we do. Yeah. We have the balls, we give the balls away. You have no idea. The kids go crazy. Even the girls too. They love to play, and the price is very affordable. It's not something that you say, oh my God, I can't pay, And I say it because my daughter and we live in the Hamptons and it's very expensive. Anything that you do there is like, oh my God, I can't afford. Maybe I pay 1 month and then that's it, I give up. But this is something that you got to continue, right?
Yeah.
And the prices make it easy for the parents. So I like that you guys are thinking and make it cool, fun, nice, but for a good price.
Yep.
Have you ever thought the auction maybe to do something a little bit more easy?
We're definitely thinking about expanding and finding other areas to bring a new location, possibly out east or west. It's
maybe with some time, right?
Yeah.
Now, Gustavo, ¿con qué edad de niños tú trabajas? What's the age that you work with? Or you have to be available to work with all the ages?
Yeah, no, I work with all the ages.
Ooh.
I work with all the ages, yeah.
So it's like, trust me, it's not easy because we're working with little kids, then with the little bit bigger kids, so that change makes you train a little bit?
I mean, so like the 5 to 6 class, I focus more on the basic stuff, getting them like touches on the ball. But as around the 7 to 8 class, they're a little bit older and they should probably know the basics more. So I give them a little bit more advanced sort of stuff.
How do you guys know when you guys, how can you guys tell when you say this kid has talent? Because that's when it become these players, like I saw in Netflix the other day, the James, story in Netflix.
Yeah.
And they saw it since he was a little kid. How do you guys have the eyes for that? Because I see a kid playing with the ball and to me, they all look the same. But how can you tell this kid have talent?
Yeah, sometimes, we'll just see the ball glued to a kid's foot and their footwork is so great and they also have that drive. A lot of times it's the mentality, not always the skill, and some kids you could tell they want it more, and we'll sometimes look at each other and just be like, wow, that kid's got it.
Yeah, literally, like the moment they step on the field, the moment they take their first touch on the ball, you're just like, this kid has something, you know?
So you guys can tell just by looking.
Yeah.
Now, is it true, because I don't know much about this, but is it true that when you left it, you play better? Or you better a little better? Or no, when you hit the ball with the left?
When you're a lefty?
Yeah, when you're lefty.
So that's a good question because, there's a saying that lefty's more elegant. Because not a lot of people are lefties in the world.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. That's what I'm saying, when you're lefty, and I say because I see it in the World Cup there, James is a lefty, this is a lefty, and
Messi's lefty.
Messi's lefty.
Exactly.
So that really matters?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it just looks a lot nicer because there's not so many lefties in the world,
Are you a lefty, Max?
I'm not a lefty.
How about you?
I'm both. No.
Oh, okay. Castellanos, dime, ¿tienes alguna pregunta?
No. We're just going back to the lefty. I just think it's a little bit more difficult for the other players just to stop him, right? Example, Messi, James Rodríguez, Maradona. Those are one of the best. Algunos de los mejores jugadores han sido zurdos, han sido izquierdos. Es un poquito más difícil. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great righties, Ronaldinho. Yeah. But I think a kid being a lefty, right? You work with a lot of youth, right, Max and Gustavo. And what do you think? Do you expect more from a lefty on your team or no?
Yeah, you do actually. You do. You
know,
wow. Because right away, like you say, wow, this kid's a lefty. That's what all the coaches say right away. So you do expect a little bit more, to be honest.
Yeah, especially at the youth age, players are used to defending right-footed players, so they're just expecting you to be right-footed. So if your dominant foot is your left foot, you have an advantage because these defenders aren't picking that up immediately.
Oh, you see, todo tiene su cosa. Now, is it really hard to have, like, let's say, like a routine or like a strict way to, have discipline with these kids? Like, do they have to keep some type of routine or discipline to be able to play? Because I know this is just soccer for kids, but I'm guessing they have to have some type of discipline or routine to be good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything in life. The more you do it, the more you get better. And, so that's what I think the discipline comes in. If you come in every day, the results are eventually going to follow.
And you guys also orientate then like food and stuff like that? Or they too little for that?
Yeah, I mean,
they start getting prepared that young? They start
getting some, not the young, but more the teen years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll start, what
like
you eat.
What, less sugar?
Less sugar, the more healthy habits.
Like sleeping, I guess.
Yeah, sleep.
That matters a lot when you guys have a game, let's say.
Yeah, you got to prepare for the game. If you don't sleep well the night before, you might be tired for the game. If you don't eat well the day of the game, it could give you less energy. You want to eat a couple hours before, not right before, to be filled up. There is little habits, and a lot of the kids don't follow those, and the ones that do, I think it benefits them.
Now, you as a president, Mr. President of the team, how did you feel, let's say, when, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I know you guys work so hard and you guys give it all, and then maybe, you didn't make that game.
Yeah, it's tough. For our youth teams, when we were overseas internationally, we expected very hard competition. The losses stung because we felt bad for the kids, even though sometimes, the teams might have been better, we felt bad for the kids. The men's team, we expect to win every game. So when we don't lose, I can't sleep for a couple days after that.
Oh, my God. No, I can imagine the stress,
It falls a lot on the coach. So, it's tough. And
ooh. Not easy.
No, I have to. The coach has to be the first one to take blame, and then players follow. So if I'm blaming the players, they're gonna blame someone else, their teammate, and they're gonna blame me. I think accountability is key.
Now you knew, right? You started this year.
Yeah, I just.
You just started, right?
Yeah.
Have you cried so far already when you think like lost something?
I don't know. Maybe in private.
But no, because I asked because I see it in the workup how people cry. For some people, it's like, come on, it's not a big deal. They're still making money or whatever. But it's like the frustration. You get so angry because you give it all, right?
The emotions,
The emotion. Oh, Max. He's like, Andrea, come on. Now you in my seat right now. Now let's talk about the sponsors, right? I know this is a nice program. Castellanos es un programa muy bonito donde usted puede poner a sus hijos a jugar y a entrenar para que se vuelvan profesionales somehow one day, right? Pero this can work or can be that good without sponsors, right? So I know you guys have some sponsors and can take some sponsors. So if anybody wants to be part of it,
absolutely,
they can be. Which Liga de Justicia, Abogados now, well, in the past we also participate, but now is also a sponsor. So tell me a little bit about that part, in case somebody's listening and wants to join.
Yeah, so when Liga, we first partnered with Liga a couple of years ago. We were new, but now we've grown, and I know they see the benefit of working with us, and we see the benefit of working with them. Our social media between our 3 pages are getting, the last 90 days have over 2 million views.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we're kind of getting out there. Our men's team games get a few hundred people there. Then we have about 150 players in our international youth program and another 150 players at our training center. So a lot of kids in the soccer community are connected, and businesses, legal, banks, it doesn't really matter.
Any business
could that they could see benefit from working with us. We're happy to speak with. We want it to be a mutually beneficial partnership.
So I'm guessing they can come to the games. They can probably have the logo, be part of it.
We want to make it also experiential. So if they want to host an event, they could host an event at our game. They could bring, clients and people out to the game to make it something fun for them to network with other businesses as well.
Now, I see that you guys, I don't think you weren't here last year, but you guys do games where you bring like big stars from soccer and stuff like that, right? Where people have the opportunity to, meet them and have, the autographer, whatever. You guys do that often too?
Yeah.
And I guess it's good for the brands, especially if you're sponsoring,
Yeah, we're connected with a lot of people in the soccer community. Gustavo played professionally. He has a lot of friends that play professionally. So when we do camps, clinics, we'll sometimes bring down professional players to speak with the kids, even coach them for a bit so they could learn from them.
I like that. You see that, Castellanos? Maybe you should put your kid to join the...
Yeah, mine's just 2 years. And the good thing, Max, and I'm going to put him, I already spoke to his mom, everything. And I'm, I'm in Long Island, so he's going to be in New York Empire.
He's a lefty, right?
And guess what? He's a lefty.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you...
My daughter's son is a lefty, too. You just have to wait a few years to grow.
Your daughter's son?
My sister's son. Oh, my God, I'm out of it. My sister's son, my nephew, he's a lefty. So I told her already. I said, listen, because we all love, watch our kids to do something fun, something good, especially sports, better to be in the phone or home doing nothing. And what amazed me the most is the price. So cheap. It's just very affordable, For everything that you guys do, it's amazing. The events that they do. And now you guys going to Brazil, so you'll be going back home.
Yep, I'll be going back home.
So let me ask you something, Max. How can a parent register his kid in order for a tryout?
So for the tryouts to Brazil, you could go on our website, NewYorkEmpireFC.com, and then select our youth page, and it'll have all the information for the tryouts. The tryouts take place on August 16th and 17th at Caniac Park.
Only 2 days.
2 days of tryouts, yes. We'll have another tryout later in September, but the first round of tryouts will be in August.
Okay. There's any specific requirement for somebody to join? Or?
No, they try out, they fill out their info, and then we'll evaluate them from there. So the Brazil teams, the teams we bring overseas, they're very high-level teams, so we select the top players. The training center, anyone could join, whether you're low or high level. We're there to get you better.
I like that. Now, I'm guessing that you're the one who be in charge, you and the other coaches, to make sure these kids be ready for that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's your biggest challenge with this?
With making the kids get better? It's, again, staying patient, all that stuff. It is difficult with the kids at times, but, recently I have been seeing kids get better and grow, and it's actually really fulfilling. It's something that I really enjoy seeing, and then after speaking with the kids, they're like, oh, I'm getting so much better from coming here. And I'm like, yo, it's because you've been working with me. And
I like that. I like that. Now, Max, what has been the worst experience so far with this? Have you go through something hard that you say, oh, my God?
I wouldn't say hard. Everything's kind of a learning experience we go through. Obviously, it was a challenge. We brought 100 players to Spain and another 200 guests, so it was 300 people internationally. Wow. So, of course, little things come up, but we overcome them and we learn from it. And now going into Brazil, I think everything is going to be smooth sailing.
Where are you guys looking yourselves in maybe 2 years with the NY Empire?
Hopefully we have a few more facilities across Long Island. Our international program grows and we continue to go overseas to different places over the summer. Maybe we do a winter trip as well, and hopefully our men's team could...
Maybe you can sponsor some trips for the radio. Maybe we can go to Brazil.
We'll do a live coverage,
a live coverage from Brazil, Go! Señoras y señores, Max Ferro y Gustavo Fernández el día de hoy. Ellos están con NY Empire, y ¿qué tienen que hacer para que su hijo pueda participar y aprender a jugar fútbol profesional? Nada, meterse a la página website. What is your website, guys?
NYEmpirefc.com.
Okay, fácil. Do you guys have any phone number where people can also contact you, or just...
They could call me 631-335-9800.
Yeah, and also you guys have Instagram.
We have Instagram, NYEmpireFC. We have our youth page, and you'll see them. They're all connected. But at our training center, we tell everyone first session's free. You could try it out. So it's right on Bohemia on 9th Avenue. So anyone wants to come try out a session is more than
En
welcome.
Bohemia, Castellanos, bien fácil. La primera prueba es gratis y ahí para allá pues los escriben. The payments are like monthly, right?
Monthly, yeah.
Easy. Very easy. And then you see if you could like it, if you don't like it, you know, and then you see if you want to keep going. But I think it's very worth it. You know, yo lo he visto, me parece genial. Y asegúrese de inscribir a su hijo para que no pase en la casa haciendo nada, ¿verdad que sí? Y puede ir a Brasil y they went to Spain and who knows, maybe another day they will end up who knows where, you know?
Así, para más información nos puede contactar nosotros también en Liga de Justicia, Conexión Latina Castellano Andrea. NY Empire FC es official partnership con Liga de Justicia, Abogados al Rescate. Solo nos pueden llamar para más información si tú quieres inscribir a tu niño en la academia y también llevarlo para Brasil. Y
si quieren ser sponsors, también comuníquense. Hay muchas maneras, tienen muchos deals para que usted pueda ser sponsor, como lo es Liga de Justicia Abogados. Now,
y recuérdate, ellos siempre invitan a la gente a su partido, que es en Susa Complex. Siempre tienen su partido, el equipo de primera siempre está ahí, activado. Tienen, ¿qué dijo? Comida, juego,
de todo.
Música. Artistas van también jugadores de fútbol, ex Gloria, jugadores profesionales, y juega el partido del NY Empire FC.
That's right. Any last words that you want to say before we leave?
Just
to invite people?
Yeah, invite people to the game. You know, Saturday we have a final, and then our first game in the fall is August 22nd. And thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Gustavo. And we have some video pending there. I don't know how it's going to come out. Surprise! How about you, Max? Any last words?
I'd love for everyone to try to come out to our game Saturday night. We have a final. It's at 7:30 p.m. at Susa in Central Islip. Home opener of the regular season is August 22nd. And we'll have a surprise on the front of our jersey this season. You'll see our sponsor, Liga de Justicia, front and center. And so I know a lot of the Liga team will be at the games as well.
Yes. Thank you so much. Señoras y señores, thank you very much por estar ahí escuchándonos. Gracias por la sintonía. Y ya saben, si quieren que su hijo juegue profesionalmente, tiene que llamar a NY Empire FC y se inscribe. Pregúntenos a nosotros, déjenos saber. Y por supuesto, Castellanos Liga de Justicia dice presente como siempre. Nos vamos con música y regresamos en tan solo minutos.
La Bacanería Show, de lunes a viernes.